land of ice and fire, land of volcanoes. The entire country is like an orchard. You can take a great photo everywhere. The island of active volcanoes. The black sand.
Iceland.
It's the largest volcanic island on Earth.
The land of fire and ice and waterfall.
And the safest country in the world. This is Iceland.
Ice and fire. Iceland.
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can reach 50 million. Today we'll try to find out if Iceland is worth all the hype around it. Taxis from the airport to the city are expensive. It costs $130. We'll stay here for 7 days to explore a large part of it. It's the second most expensive country in the world, so is Iceland worth it?
We have sheeps, and if you hit one of those, you will get a huge fine.
We'll start from the south, so we'll start with this car. There are cars you can sleep in and other cars you rent because they're suitable for photography. Look at this one. The first place we started from was the capital, Reykjavik. This country has a success story similar to Singapore. I will tell you about it in a moment. The airport is close to the capital, and it looks like Copenhagen but in miniature. It went from one of the poorest countries to one of the richest. But what improved Iceland's situation? Education. This is one of the libraries. They say this city has more libraries than coffee shops. Look how beautiful it is. Their motto is making a nation. Making of a nation. Look at this city. It's wonderful. It's located on an island between Europe and America. But it's not an ordinary island. Yeah, forget about all the islands I visited before. We're in one of the libraries. You'll see beautiful libraries next to gardens while walking. This is the only country in the world that has no mosquitoes. They don't have McDonald's or an army.
Iceland, midway between the old world and the new world.
Iceland, from a remote island isolated in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean on the edge of the Arctic, where it was a poor island that no one cared about, relying on fishing as a basic resource for survival and life, and fighting for it.
Fish being by far the main export.
To a modern, rich country that the whole world cares about, and an example to follow in perseverance and improving life. It moved from fishing to processing it, entered the world of finance and technology, and focused on education and made it a top priority, transforming from the poorest countries to the richest countries in the world.
The country of Iceland this morning is becoming a little greener. The nation prides itself on having 100% renewable energy.
It took advantage of its harsh environment between fire and ice to convert the thermal energy latent in the water flowing underground into electrical energy. So the country turned to renewable energy completely without any carbon emissions. It has the cleanest air in the world, so much so that they pack it in cans like this one. Icelandic air to breathe. It is sold as a souvenir. It is one of the safest and most peaceful countries in the world. Iceland is a country without an army, but it is a member of NATO and a candidate to become a member of the European Union. Its area is about 100,000 square kilometers, with a population of no more than 370,000 people, most of whom are concentrated in the capital. Most of it is covered with snow throughout the year. It has many rivers, springs, and waterfalls, as if it were a fantasy world. However, this country is one of the most expensive countries in the world, coming in second after Switzerland. Here, you can leave your 2-year-old child in the street and go to the store to shop.
And you went inside and left him?
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. It's Iceland.
Yes, this is a common thing in their culture, in Iceland. We will start first from this waterfall. Okay, we've reached the first site. There's still more waterfalls. Just wait.
All the way from Taiwan.
This waterfall is the closest to the airport and the capital. You will see small waterfalls around it. The first waterfall. And now, we will head to the second location. You can see the second waterfall from a distance. Okay, the second location. This street is full of waterfalls.
Second location, guys.
This was when it was cloudy. Then suddenly, the sun came out and the colors changed and a rainbow appeared. You can climb up next to this waterfall where you can see it from up close. Near the waterfall is the Black Beach in Iceland, the most famous in the world. After visiting the waterfalls, you walk between the rocks and see amazing views and terrain on this amazing volcanic island. You feel like you're in the crater of a volcano, but this is the ocean. Then, we stayed at this hotel on the road in this village to continue our journey the next day. With the sunset and the beginning of a new day, you will see villages along the way as you drive to your destination. It has almost one highway and you will see everything on your right and left. On our way, we saw the hot springs in Iceland. We went further south until we reached another beach called...
This is Diamond Beach, guys. Look.
the Diamond Beach.
Here there are a lot of icebergs, as far as the eye can see. You can make an ice latte with it. They're right here on the beach. You can play with them everywhere. Even though it's summer, this is the biggest one on the beach now.
We headed further south. We slept in this hotel. The sun only sets for 3 hours in summer and the opposite happens in winter.
It's 3 a.m. now. This is the sunrise in Iceland. The sun is rising now.
There's a Viking village here where we are.
The country is very well organized for tourism. There are restaurants, hotels, and cafes on your way.
On the way back, we stopped at this cafe.
We stopped at a cafe on our way, which is a school bus. We didn't explore all of Iceland. We only went to the south and part of the north. It turns out that the island is big. You'd need to drive 4 to 5 hours to go to a specific location in the north. So imagine if you wanted to go all around it. It's not easy.
the mountains. Let's continue the journey.
From there, we drove to the capital. And on our way, you can stop at this island and drive there and sleep a night on the island. It has the loneliest houses in the world. Many videos have been made about them, and they've been given the title of the world's loneliest house. And this is the Puffin. Before we go back to the airport, near the airport there is...
Look guys, the road is blocked. Why? Because very recently, during this year, 2024, a volcano erupted here. You will see smoke rising because it could erupt at any moment. This is an active volcano. You see that mountain? People climb to it to take photos. Those with permits, of course.
Maybe it's not allowed to be here, man.
The airport is 20 kilometers away from here and the city is 10 kilometers away, which is the capital, and this is the direction of the Blue Lagoon. Yes, what is the Blue Lagoon?
It's the largest natural jacuzzi in the world. The water temperature in this lake is 39 degrees Celsius. This lake is fed by a geothermal power plant next to the lake.
Blue Lagoon.
The water in this lake is renewed every 2 days.
This color is because of the minerals in the water. This place is next to the airport. Imagine, the water is very hot. You get juice, and they also give you a face mask.
Alright, everyone is doing it.
I'm finally white.
Yeah.
I got a white privilege now.
Wow.